Alright, so will you play hide and seek with the examiner? Yeah? So your job is to seek, and examiner has already hidden the questions, and you will seek. And when you seek, you see your face is like okay, your face is like that. So in IELTS test also, don't be in tension, don't be in stress, don't have any anxiety. You should make a face like, okay, I'll check there and all that. And one thing, second, you need to work very, very intelligently. Sometimes when you work intelligently, you make an intelligent face. Okay, I'll do it, huh? I'm gonna do it intelligently. So like that, that's gonna help you. Okay, now I was telling you about the writer's writing style. If you understand writing style, you can easily read and find the things. Remember one thing, whenever an article is written, an IELTS article, sometimes they have the headings, sometimes they are without headings. If the article is without heading, or if the passage, I use the word passage, if the passage is with headings, you need to read the main headings and the subheadings. There will be the main headings, there will be the subheadings, but sometimes the article or the passage has got only the main heading, right? So then you can read the main heading. Now after reading the main heading, you should be very, very clear in your imagination that this is the topic, and I think this might be discussed in this topic. This is the topic before reading. Now this is what you got to do before reading, that this is the topic and this might be discussed in this topic, and that's it. Now, whenever the writers write, in the very first paragraph of the passage of the article, they actually introduce the topic. Whatever the topic is, the writers introduce the topic, and in the first paragraph, the writers tell what they are going to elaborate or what they are going to write in that very article, or they write clearly what that article is all about. Now remember one thing, in IELTS, every passage has certain boundaries. Every passage has certain boundaries. So when you read the first paragraph, you will easily understand the boundaries of that passage. So you know, okay, this passage is about this. Now, so far you have not read the questions. You have absolutely not read the questions. It's only the passage. And I'm taking time to explain, but you have to do it there in seconds. It's not that if, for example, if this video is about 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 10 minutes, you're spending the same time there. Not at all, right? Because telling takes time, doing takes less time, right? For example, it takes a long time to cook something. It takes a very short time to, you can eat it easily, right? So it's just like that, okay? Now, let's just go ahead. I was telling you about the first paragraph. So in the first paragraph, you need to understand what are the boundaries of the passage. And one more thing, when you are reading the passage, you need to read the passage with a pen in hand. Don't read the passage with your finger on the passage. No, read the passage with pen or pencil in hand. As you read, underline the difficult words. And you need to use the pencil while practicing as well. I mean, for example, if you are practicing IELTS on your book, you need to underline the words. That's very, very important. You need to encircle the words. Make the question booklet as dirty as possible, because the examiner is not gonna see it. The examiner is not gonna check it. The examiner will only check the answer sheet. Only the answer sheet. So that question booklet is going to go to the dustbin, right? If you underline, encircle, you underline all the thing or something or whatever, there is no problem at all. Same is the case with reading. So as you read, you need to underline, and remember, don't underline everything. Then there is nothing important. If you underline everything you read, then there is nothing important. Only underline the important things. Now what are the important things? The important things can be some of the proper nouns related to the topic. The important things can be some dates, can be some processes, can be some unusual things. You can underline that, and as you underline, you need to keep that in mind. And don't underline everything. Maybe you can underline one point, next you encircle, then again underline, then next encircle. Or you can decide what type of information are you going to underline and what type of information are you going to encircle. And when you read the question, now you see this question is about a date and I have encircled all the dates. You read a question and you say, this question is about the name of the scientist, and I have underlined all the proper nouns or the names, so you can easily find it there. And even you can use the third technique as well, stars. Some words you can underline, some words you can encircle, this is what we call speech bubble. You can make a speech bubble like a cloud on some words, right? So this is how you can segregate that underlining means this, encircling means this, speech bubble means this, and that will help you. And whenever you read the question, that type of thing will come there, and you know this is gonna be in the speech bubble, this is gonna be in underline, this is gonna be in encircle, and all that. So when you read the first paragraph, you should be very clear what this passage is going to be all about, and your imagination should be on so that you can well imagine. I mean, you are reading, but at the same time your brain is thinking what is going to come. One thing. Now the next important tip to find the answers in IELTS test is that after the first paragraph, the second paragraph of the passage, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever, you got to read the first line and give that paragraph a heading. And this heading will be actually, in the heading you will give the words, you will use the words. These words must be used from the first paragraph or from the first line of the paragraph. Now for example, you read the first paragraph, you underline first word, fourth word, fifth word, and then it becomes a heading of the first paragraph. Got it? Then you read the next paragraph, and you will only read one line or maximum two lines. If one line does not explain anything, then you can just write down, you can read two lines. So anyways, there are first two lines you got to read, and then you got to give an outline to the paragraph, right? Then you read the next paragraph of the passage, first line or first two lines, and you got to give an outline. Remember, if the words are not good enough, then you can give your own outline, that this paragraph is about this, and then you can read the next paragraph, and this process must complete in 1 to 2 minutes. Don't use more time. In 1 to 2 minutes you have to complete this process. Now what will happen? You will read the question. When you're going to do the questions, you will read the question, and automatically it will click you that the answer can be in that very paragraph. Otherwise you can go to the outline or the heading of the paragraph which you made yourself. You can see, okay, this is the question, I think this is going to be in that very paragraph. Next question, I think it's going to be in that very paragraph. If you find it quickly, that's good. Otherwise you can change and find in another paragraph as well. So this is going to help you with that, right?